and a few seconds to go, and we will go live. So we have an opportunity to show our winners and to share your comments for more wider audience. So yes, it's live. So feel free to share the link, and we start. I'm a few seconds to go, and we will go live in just a second. So I have it. Yeah, all good. So I welcome everyone once again to our Wiki Loves Earth award ceremony this year. I'm really happy to see everyone, and I'm really happy to hear your feedback on photos, hear your experience, and it will be really helpful for the next year, for other local teams, for next jury members, and we'll be grateful if you could share your thoughts and feedback. So my name is Anastasia. I'm a project manager of this year's contest, and I wanted to give a few words to my colleagues from the Wiki Loves Earth international team. Maybe you can say a few words about you.
I'm Ilya Korniko. I'm the author of the jury tool that was the jury work to rate the photos.
I'm Margaret, and it was a terrific privilege to be one of the judges. It was wonderful looking at all of the photographs and finding all these places that I'd never seen before. Yeah, it was fabulous. Thank you.
Thank you for being part of the Wiki Loves Earth international jury team. Also from maybe Anton from the Wiki Loves Earth organizing team.
Hi everyone, my name is Anton. You may know me as the project manager for the last year's Wiki Loves Earth International Contest. This year I wasn't really a big part of the team, but I stayed on to help with some minor questions. And I'm very glad to see everyone of you today here.
Thanks a lot, Anton. And from other members from the Wiki Loves Earth international jury team, I see Elena, Nipa.
Yep, I'm Elena. I was one of the jurors this year. Actually, it was my first time joining Wiki Loves Earth jury, so it was quite a nice experience, especially that I discovered lots of beautiful places on this earth that I didn't imagine they exist. So it was quite a pleasure.
Thank you. And also I see Nipa. Maybe you can say a few words.
Yeah, hello. I don't know if you can see me.
Yeah, we can see you. Yeah. Not now. Oh, now, yes, yes.
Yeah. Hello, hello. Can you hear me? Okay. So I'm Nipa, and then I'm from Ghana. It was such a privilege to be a jury on this. Was my, and then it was a wonderful experience and a very interesting one.
Thank you. And I see also Carlos from the.
Hello, I'm Carlos. I'm from Chile. It was an amazing experience to see all the pictures from all the world, to see the colors, to see the places. Every photo was taken in amazing places. So it was a tremendous experience for me to be part of the international jury.
Thank you so much. Also, in short, about our schedule of the award ceremony, we will talk about Wiki Loves Earth history in short, just to give you an overview and understanding when the contest has started, when it is, where is it stands now, and about some facts about Wiki Loves Earth this year's edition. Then we will present photos and of our winners and give them an opportunity to say a few words about them, a few words about how was the picture taken, about their experience taking part in the contest. And we will look forward to hear from our winners. And also, I'll ask our international jury team to share a few words. How was the evaluation? How you like this year's round? How you like this year's results? And also, I'll ask our local organizers. I also see they are joining about their experience of organizing the contest on the local level in different countries, and how was it in this year. So a few words about Wiki Loves Earth history. It started in Ukraine in 2013, and that time the contest was organized only in this country, in Ukraine. And the next year, the idea has come to organize it internationally on an international level, and it became international all over the world. Countries started to join the contest and organize it in their communities, and it has grown throughout the years, throughout editions. Now it's the 8th edition already, and it has grown to the level that the last year in 2019 was the highest number of countries joined. It was 37. And it became really worldwide, and it became the biggest international photo contest devoted to nature heritage. And we are looking to expanding it even more and involve more communities, more countries from different continents to join and to grow. A few statistics throughout the years. You can see here how the contest has grown from one country to 37, and this year we had 34, which is quite also a great result, because we were worrying, to be honest, that during the pandemic it would be harder to involve people into organization, because it's a more difficult time. And we were happy that still the teams had an opportunity to organize the contest and focus on online engagement, on some online activities, on digging through photo archives. And it's still, we are happy with the number of countries, and we thank every local team for their efforts and for their involvement. And a few words about this year contest. On the beginning of the contest in spring, we in the organizing team decided to extend it until July 31st, because to give more time for the participants, for local teams to organize the contest, to gather photos. So usually we had Wiki Loves Earth from May to June, and this year it was from May till July. Yes, I will send the presentation. Thank you. And so you can share it, and with your communities, I will send it. If you have any questions, you can just type in the chat and I will answer right away. Or if it's like some longer answer, I will save it for the end so we can discuss. And so about this contest this year, we have received more than 106,000 of submissions, and it became the third biggest number of submissions in Wiki Loves Earth history, after 2017 and 2016, as we had in 2017 130,000 of submissions, and in 2016 we had 109,000 of submissions. So we are happy with this number, and it was I imagine how tough it was for the local juries to analyze all the photos and submit 10 winners from each country to the international jury, and then our international jury had a really tough challenge to narrow it down from 340 photos to 15, which we'll present just in a few minutes. And 34 countries participated in this year's contest, and it became the third biggest number of countries after 2019. It's 37 countries, and 2017 with 36 countries. And 7 countries joined the Wiki Loves Earth for the first time this year. It's Belarus, Bolivia, Ireland, Guinea, Kenya, Rwanda, and Turkey. And we are really happy to welcome them to the Wiki Loves Earth team, and we hope that next year they will continue to do so and to organize the next editions. So I'm really excited to start. We have already published, I assume you have already seen the results, but now we have an opportunity to talk with the winners and to take a closer look at the photos. So the first place, we have a picture from Bangladesh, from Satchari National Park. And it's beautiful representatives of this protected area. And the photographer is Tohit. I'm sorry if I spelled the wrong way. I'll try my best. If I'm mistaken, please correct me. Tohit Parvez Biflup.
Yes, you are right.
Great. Please share with us, how was your experience of taking part in the contest? Maybe you have a story behind this photo. We'll be really happy to meet you and to hear you.
Okay, hello everyone. This is Tohit Parvez Biplab from Bangladesh. First of all, can you see me?
No, maybe it's another. Maybe, yeah, now we can. Yeah, cool, thanks.
Okay. Yes, I'm Tohit from Bangladesh, and I took this photo from a national park in Bangladesh. And for this photo, I have to travel more than 300 kilometers. And I went there, I started at the midnight and I reached early in the morning, and I waited the whole day. And that was not the only day. On that year, I traveled like 24th time on this park to take photos, and I was lucky to get a photo like this. And this was one of the best photo that I have ever took, and this is really pride for my country that this is the first time a Bangladeshi photographer win Wiki Lovers. And I really happy and I feel honored. And in the local contest between Bangladesh, 3 of my photos between 10 photos was selected. And you will happy to know that all the leading newspapers and online news portals, they already this is already viral in Bangladesh, and everyone knows that a Bangladeshi guy who winner in Wiki Lovers. And I thank you all the juries and the organizers. And this is the first time I submitted photos, but from now on I will submit regularly. And next year you will get a lot of photos from Bangladesh, because already a Bangladeshi photographer winner, so people will submit more photos. So yeah, thank you for your time. Thank you everyone. Thanks.
Thanks a lot for sharing. It's really a great result, and we're encourage you to take part in Wiki Loves Earth next year too, and upload more photos of protected areas of your country, and we can highlight them for the globe and to show the beauty of different sites, and your photos will help to do that. And thank you so much for taking part. And congratulations once again. Yeah, maybe if anyone has any questions to our winner, to Hit, you can ask and just unmute yourself and ask if you have any. Maybe one question for me. I was wondering others, but to ask you about other protected sites in Bangladesh. Where have you traveled? What are your favorite spots? And maybe some to tell us a bit more about nature heritage of Bangladesh.
Okay, thank you. This is like a national park, and in the season, like in February and March, on that season, the specific this tree, there is like more than 1,000 birds come from different countries, and we can took photos in this tree. And this is like our dream place, you can say. Like we very often we travel there in like February and March, and we get like sometimes we get a new bird. And we have like more than 700 birds in Bangladesh identified. So like I took almost 400 birds photos. And as you know, I'm a wildlife photographer, and I traveled all the part of our country. Even I traveled almost 29 countries. I studied in New Zealand. And you know, the largest mangrove forest is in Bangladesh. It's called Sundarban. I travel almost 3-4 times a year, and last November I already spent 16 days on that forest. So like this is my passion, as I am a businessman, but this is my passion to take wildlife photography, especially birds. Yeah, and we have a lot of places like Sundarban, Chapchori, and there is some how you know how is like there is lots of water bird come over here in November, December, January, February, and March they left. So this is the peak season for taking good photos of birds. And we also work as a conservator. Like there is some people who try to kill the bird and for eat. So we protect the bird, and we encourage people not to kill the birds. And I have a club. It's called Bogra Photography Club and Bogra Bird Club. Me and my team member, we always almost every day, and the local government, they help us to protect these animals from other person. So yeah, that's all for me. If you have any other question, you can ask. Thank you.
Thank you. That was really interesting to hear. If anyone has any questions to Heath, you can ask them now by unmuting yourself, or to save to the end of the award ceremony. And also, I want to remind you that we have a live stream, and also we have people commenting and watching there. And thanks everyone for watching our stream. Please write your questions, and we can see them, and we'll answer them during the ceremony.
Jurid, given that your photo has aroused such interest in Bangladesh, and you expect lots and lots of photographs next year, can I ask you to one of the things that makes a photograph really, really valuable for Wikipedia is, the identification of the park, the identification of the species, both animal and plant, because and a lot of photographs, sadly, because they fail to identify animals and things, really couldn't be considered for as adequately as photographs that were well identified. So I'm hoping, given your enthusiasm for Satchari National Park, that you might encourage people to make sure that they identify things, because it means that they are much more, it makes them really, really usable in Wikipedia, which is one of the places we really want to showcase them. It's a real pity not to be able to use photographs, I think. So the more information we have, the better. I think I'm signing off here.
I have not a question, but a small remark that our photo contest not only fills Wikimedia Commons with beautiful images, not only drags more people into Wikipedia, but also drags people into nature protection. That's great.
That's true. Thank you so much for your comments, Margaret and Anton. I agree. Okay, so we can move to the next one, and then we can also discuss more at the end if you have more questions.
Excuse me, can I add some more information?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so what I want to say is like we are like amateur photographer, and when we started, for example, like 2013-14, and on that time in Bangladesh there is only like 400 birds, but when we started, like our amateur photographers, now we have like more than 710 new birds, and all we all contributed to the country to get the new birds. And not only the birds, we also when amateur photographers start, they are very serious about protecting nature and take good photos, finding new species. And most important thing is all the photographers, they are very interested and find new things. And all of them, like me and all my fellow photographers, they knows about the species, and they are very much fond about protecting the nature. All you can say that we all are a nature lover, and we all are working for saving the nature and protect them. And this is very good for our country, that every day new photographer come and they are working on it, and we are getting new animals, new birds. And I'm very hopeful that we will get new things almost every year, and it will be continue. And some of you ask about the tree. I'm sorry, I don't know the English name, but I can tell you the Bangla name. I will send you the English name later. It's called Manda in Bangla, but I'll send you the English name later. Thank you very much.
Great, thanks. And then we can add the name of the tree to the caption too on Wikipedia. Thank you so much. And we can move to the next winner. And actually, I've seen he has joined our call. The second place is the picture from Italy by the author Luca Casale. I hope I'm spelling it the right way. It's Po River Belt in Italy. And if you're here, please share with us a few comments and thoughts, maybe a story behind the picture. To speak, you can unmute, put unmute. Or you can type if you want. You can just write something in the chat. Yes, I agree. The microphone isn't working, says Luca. Okay. If you have any comments or anything you want to tell us, you can just type in the chat and tell us a bit more about your photo. And meanwhile, I want to mention that it has really great details, and we can really see perfectly the bird and the fish, and even like drops of the water. They are perfectly clear. And I really love the details in this picture. If anyone has any questions, so you can unmute yourself and ask Luca, and maybe if the microphone will be working, he will answer, or he will type in the chat if you have any.
I wanted to say I just love this image because it not only shows us the bird and the fish so well, but it shows how the bird lives. It shows us part of its lifestyle. It was such an informative, wonderful image.
Thank you so much for your comments.
I would say that it seems to me this photograph was so hard to do that some people might think it's a Photoshop or something. It's how those drops are flying in the middle of the air, how it was managed to capture the moment when the bird captures this fish, and all the bright colors of it. Maybe I don't get it right because I am not a photographer, but this looks just wow.
That's true. I agree. And also, it was a question from the live stream on YouTube that how long did Luca wait to be able to capture this image? And he answered in the chat that he waited more than 2 hours. So if anyone has any questions to Luca, you can ask in the chat or say, and we will move to the third place. I'm sorry if you see the red line on the photos. It's some error with my screen. I'll try to fix it, but for now, it's somehow, I don't know why, the red line isn't the plan for the pictures. They are without it. And the third place is the picture of Nawaz Sharif, and it depicts a Ratargul swamp forest in Bangladesh. So Bangladesh, once again in our top 15, and it's not the last picture of Bangladesh in our top 15. So if you're here, Nawaz, I'll check. Please share with us a few words. No, he's not here, but if anyone has any comments, any questions maybe to this photo, you can ask, you can type, and then we will ask Nawaz separately, and we will share his answers. Any questions? Okay, we'll move to the next one. The first place goes to Thenti Athavan Thentirvel, and I hope I pronounced it the right way. And it depicts a really beautiful image from Yala National Park in Sri Lanka. And it really represents the species of this park really well. I think it's a really beautiful photo with full of details, full of emotion, I would say. Also, our juries mentioned in comments of the evaluation process that it's really nice. And I remember the phrase about that babies always give hope. It's really right, and I really love this picture. I'm not sure that Tanti is here because he mentioned he'll be on his annual pilgrimage. So if you have any questions, you can ask, you can type, and then we'll pass them to him. Just a small fix. I will try to remove this red line. Meanwhile, you can think about questions. Perfect, works now. Okay, and a comment from Nipa that it's amazing photograph. Yes, we'll move to the fifth place. Just a second. The fifth place depicts Gunung Mulu National Park in Malaysia, and the picture is by Nur Nafis Naim. I think he is here. Nafis, if you have any comments, please share with us.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Hi, I'm Nafis from Malaysia. Just want to say that I haven't commented in the past photos yet, but just want to say that every single photo so far, the only comment I could say is that wow, just wow. The birds, because I take photos of birds as well, and I know how difficult it is to wait for many hours to just wait for one bird to come into one spot, and then not to miss the shot you want, and to have that shot very sharp as well. So I just want to comment that all other photos are very, very beautiful. Compared to mine, my photo is just a snapshot of rocks, no wildlife. It's very difficult to take photos of wildlife. And another thing is that my experience participating in this contest, I would say that I've probably heard of it in the past, in the previous years, but I've never paid attention to it because the banner is always there on Wikipedia, right? And you use almost every day Wikipedia, and you see the banner on Wiki Loves Earth. And this is the first time I entered, and I did more research on it, and I realized that the organizers actually took a lot of effort in organizing the whole thing, and it's a global event. And I just want to say thank you to all organizers, from you guys, and from every national level organizers as well. So yep, and yeah, the next 10 photos or so, same comment. Every single photo I've looked at it individually, and they're just amazing. And I feel like out of place to be 5th place and not like 15th or 50th or 500 on the rank. So thank you.
Thank you so much for your contribution, and congratulations once again. It's a really great photo, and the place looks really stunning, and your photo showed the atmosphere actually. Here is the fog or the cloud, and the colors, they are really, we can even feel the atmosphere of the place. So thank you. Does anyone have any question?
I think I just want to comment on the place since we are trying to promote this natural heritage. In Malaysia, there are only 2 natural world heritage in UNESCO World Heritage List, which is this one, Gunung Mulu National Park, and the other one is Kinabalu National Park, both in East Malaysia, not West Malaysia. And I think if you go to Google Maps or Bing Maps, whatever, you go to Maps and look at the satellite view and you zoom into Gunung Mulu National Park, you will see that only the entrance of the national park and a very small surrounding area is very green. And if you go a little bit further out of it, you will see a lot of trees are being logging activities, basically. What I'm trying to say is that there's non-stop logging activities are being done. A lot of animals are losing their habitat in Sarawak here in Borneo. And it's very sad. I really hope that I can promote the place. I went there in June last year, if I'm not mistaken. And it surprises me that the visitors are almost all are foreigners. And I wish that more Malaysians know about this place, and more Malaysians, instead of spending money and time traveling to Tokyo or Australia, try to promote your domestic place, right? And visit these hidden gems of Malaysia that not many people, but a lot of foreigners are coming in. And another thing is that this place, Gunung Mulu is a World Heritage Site due to the unique karst formations. The pinnacles are one of them, which you need to take a 2-hour boat ride from the entrance park, and then you need to hike for 9 kilometers to reach the base, and then you need to sleep overnight, and the next day you will do a hike for about 5 hours from sea level all the way to, if I'm not mistaken, around 1,200 meters high. So that's why that area is very cloudy. And when I first reached there, it was very full of clouds, and I was quite sad that I couldn't see the view, because it's the only reason why you would climb so high in a very short space of time. But at the same time, it's very windy. So you have like 1 hour to take a break and have lunch with some prepared food, and then go back down on the same day. And yeah, that's a karst formation. There are other karst formations around the place, but it was, because it is a forest reserve, it's not fully explored yet. And there's a lot of magnificent caves over there. It's very well maintained by the National Park HQ. And I hope that we can promote this. And another fun fact is that on the way to the base camp of this hike, and on the way back, I heard the voice, the sound of helmeted hornbills. If you know, helmeted hornbills is a critically endangered birds, hornbills, which are being hunted for the casque, because the casque is not hollowed, so people use it to carve into some good luck charm and sell it to other countries, which is very sad. And yeah, that adds to the injury to the birds, because they are losing habitats because of logging as well. Yeah, so that's all I have to say about this. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, or you can just search Wikipedia about it. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much for the explanation about the place. It looks really interesting. And also, it was a comment from Nipak in the comments to talk a bit about the rocks. As I know, it's a karst formation. Maybe you know some more facts about it.
I'm not a geologist, so I don't know much. I only know that it's very, very old. And there are similar formations in Madagascar, if I'm not mistaken. And I think it's even more beautiful than this one. But this one is in Malaysia, so it's very special to me. Thank you.
Thank you. So we will move to the 6th place. It's a picture of Khao Yai National Park in Thailand, depicted Malay Noel by Ruchampong Dimak. It's the Wikipedia nickname. I don't know yet the name, the full name of the photographer, and I don't see the photographer here. But I really think it's a really emotional photo, and you can see all the different emotions in this all, like happiness or like calmness. I don't know. I really love it, and it gives like some special note to the picture. If you have any comments, please share. Okay, so we'll move to the next one. The 7th place is Bangladesh again, the 3rd time. Sundarbans East Wildlife Sanctuary, depicted in this picture by Mehdi Hassan. I don't know here the full name yet too, but I really think it's also full of details. Picture is like so wide, variety of the green colors, and it's my favorite color. So I love this picture, and the species depicted are really nicely shown. If you have any comments, please share.
Well, Asia makes it to very good this year. All the top is consisting of photographs from Asia.
That's true. Yeah, but still we have very diverse countries this year from different continents. All 34 are from different parts of the world, and I'm looking forward that more and more countries will join in the upcoming years, so we have an opportunity to highlight even more protected areas of different parts of the world. So the 8th place is a picture of the Taal Volcano Natural Park in the Philippines by Michael Angelo Luna. And let's check. He's not here at the moment, but I will tell you a short story about this picture from the description on comments. He told that it was the volcano nearby had an eruption just a few days before he took the picture, but still local people went fishing, and he made this photo of them. And they locals really appreciate the volcano. They think this park and the nature is really important, and I think it's really a great example how the nature and people interact. And I really love how he captured locals, and I think it's a really nice picture. Do you have any comments? Moving to the next place. The 9th place is from Ukraine, from Pushcha Voditsa Park in Kyiv, and the photographer is Sergei Miroshnik. And if you do you have any comments? I really love how detailed this picture is, how beautiful colors are from green and yellow, and you can really see all the details of this butterfly, and I really love it. Do you have any comments?
They say, what can you photograph in a city in those concrete jungles? Here it is, what you can photograph.
That's true. And the next place goes to South Kamchatka Nature Park in Russia by Haustova Nadezhda. And it depicts really also a great interaction between the representative of the area and the area itself. And I think that Nadezhda is here actually. And if you have any comments, any story, anything to share with us, we'll be happy to hear. Oh yeah, actually, I see the comment from Nadezhda. I'll read it out for everyone. That she took this photo when they were climbing down from Gorely volcano, and the fox ran past them and jumped on a stone, and she backed in the setting sun and posed for the picture actually, and she walked down the stone, so the volcano was in the background. It's a really nice composition, and we can see both the scale of the place, scale of the volcano, and both see the representative of this park and to see the red fox. It's really, really cool photo. If you have any more comments to share about your participation in the contest, please feel free to talk or to write. And if anyone has any comments, please share. Yeah, I agree with Margaret. It's a really wonderful picture. And thanks a lot to Nadezhda for sharing the story. And we go to the next photo. The 11th place goes to Daniel Sirikale, and it depicts the Old Doino Lengai volcano on the Grigori Reef, the south of Lake Natron, you can see on this picture, which is in Tanzania. I don't see the winner here. Yeah, we don't have the winner in our call, but if you have any comments, please share. I think it also really great picture which shows us the scale of the place, and I was really interested actually to ask the winner how he has done this photo, like climbing the mountain nearby or maybe with a drone, but we'll ask him. We'll ask him to share the story separately, and also we will try to post on our channels the stories behind each winner, so you can find out more. If you have any comments, feel free to share. Yeah, that's true. A comment from Carlos that the different layers and colors make this picture great. And yeah, that's true. You can observe the greens and the blues, and it really gives us the scale of the protected area. And also Nipah wrote that he would like to know about, would like to know more about the place. We hope to get more details from the winner. Yeah, and one comment from Anton about the fox that is greenish yellow. It's about the previous picture. I would say it's because of the light, because it's not really like so close to the fox. So maybe the colors, maybe the sun also gives us a bit different color. Or maybe Nadezhda can comment and tell us how was the color of the fox in life. So we'll continue to the next place. And the winner, I've seen the winner joined of the 12th place. It's Lucas Rosedo Mendonça. I hope I spelled it the right way, depicting the representative of Caparau National Park in Brazil. If you're here, if you can say a few words or write a few words, please tell us how was this picture taken and what you think about participating in the contest. Okay, so we have a story in comments that Lucas, to take this photo, he needed to go to the park at night and to stay looking around in the small, looking around the small waterfall. This species is small, like 7 centimeters, and it likes to stay on the leaf and some birds like that. That's really a long way to take the picture. To stay there and search for the animal, and it's really nice story. Thank you. If anyone has any comments, please feel free to share and to ask Lucas, and maybe he can answer. And then one more comment from him that he was with his friend for making a research. Maybe you can tell us more about the research. What was the topic, or what was that about? It was a survey to find species of this park. That's cool. That's great to gather information, and I hope the research was successful and you have both data and photos to highlight the beauty of Caparau National Park. Thank you. The next place, 13th, goes to Hervik Winter. And he is actually here with us, and he took this picture in Geo Naturpark, Bergstrasse, Odenwald, Germany. And I'm really looking forward to hearing your comment or story behind more about taking part in the contest. Please share with us.
Yes, hello. Can you hear me? Do you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, not really loudly, but still we can hear you.
I will try my very best. I'm very happy that I won a prize with this bird, which is my most favorite bird. I love it because of its wonderful colors. And the photo was taken on a creek nearby my place where I'm living. And in the 1960s to 70s, this bird was extinct, but came back because of a better water situation that came in the 1970s, 80s, because of a savage plant. It was the first time that I joined the competition of Wiki, and so I'm very happy that I won the 13th place in the international rank. But the jury also can be happy that I'm not superstitious. Otherwise, I would have rejected the prize.
Thank you so much for taking part for the first time, and I hope you'll take part again and show us more photos of your favorite bird and places in Germany, protected sites in Germany. I know there are many of them and a really diverse nature. So we're looking to see more of it. If anyone has any questions, please feel free to ask. Maybe you can tell us more about the place, about this nature park. Like what species you can also find there, and a bit more about it.
Well, nature park isn't a very special protection area. It's a small hilly country in the middle of Germany, and yes, it's 100 meters above sea level, I think, and it's not a special protection area. But we have many problems the last years, especially with the extinction of a lot of insects, and we have also problems with our woods because of climate situation, and I think it's the worldwide problem. So we can only hope that we can stop the biodiversity going back. And this bird, I think, is a good sign if it's there, that we can save biodiversity.
Yeah, thank you so much for the comment about it. And I think that about such problems, Wiki Loves Earth pictures can help to highlight these problems, and so we raise awareness about them.
Yes.
Okay, so thank you so much, and congratulations once again.
Thank you.
Hope to see more of your pictures.
I will try.
Great. So we move to the next place. 14th place from Indonesia. It depicts Bromo Tengah Semeru National Park, and it's from the user Anhika Bayu Nugraha. We don't have the photographer here, but if you have any comments and anything to say about this picture, please feel free to share. I think it's really epic, and it really gives us a sense of the scale of this national park, of the volcano, and the colors are really stunning to me. I would love to go to this place. Actually, in Indonesia, there are many protected areas, and we need to highlight them and to show to the world. If you have any questions, please write or say. And we go, excellent landscape. We have a comment about it. That's true. And we go to the last winner. The 15th place depicts a National Botanical Garden in Bangladesh. So it's the first picture in our top 15 from Bangladesh this year, just rocks. And this picture is made by Deepu Dutta. I'll check. I'll check. He's not here at the moment, but if you have anything to share, please feel free to say or write. It's also really full of details, and we can see the bird like perfectly. I think it's a really great representation of the species of this area.
And our third kingfisher.
Yeah. And I actually see that the winner of the 7th place has joined us just recently, and maybe we can go back to the 7th place and ask the photographer to share a bit about the photo and how was it taken, or just say congratulations once again. Are you here, right? Yeah, great. We can see you. If you have anything to share, please feel free. If you want to say, you should unmute yourself. We don't hear you. It's like the sound is not still doesn't work. But if you can, please write to us in comments, and we congratulate you once again with winning the 7th place. And we have a comment that it's really great photo with 50 shades of green, and it's wonderful to capture the moment the snake is about to strike, and to capture so perfectly the dragonfly as well. The comment from Margaret, our international jury member. But if you have an opportunity to write, please tell us a few words. Also, I see a comment from our first place winner, Tuhit, that he wants to say something. Please go ahead.
Hi, I know all the Bangladeshi winners personally. They are like my brother, like Mehdi, Deepu, and Sharif. I saw Mehdi is trying to talk, but there is some problem with his network. He already inboxed me. So he took this photo in Sundarban. His house is very near to Sundarban. And this is a white-lipped pit viper, the snake name. It's called white-lipped pit viper. So he took this photo in Sundarban. And the third place winner, Mr. Sharif, he took this photo in Ratargul. It's rainfall. It's like in the rainy season, the forest is become full with water, and he took this photo on the rainy season. And this is very famous place for the tourists to go and enjoy the nature. And the last one is Deepu Datta. He is a wildlife photographer, and he took this photo in the capital of Bangladesh called Dhaka. We have a garden. It's called botanical garden. This one, Deepu Datta. He took this photo. It's called common kingfisher. And as you already see, this is a good moment of the kingfisher already take a fish. So yeah, they are not here, but as I know them, and I know where they took this photo, and I'm very much connected with all of them. That's why I talk on behalf of them. And I have a question for our jury. Now, what makes them feel to make my photo the winner? As I am already the winner in like more than 106,000 photos. Among them, I'm the winner. So I want to know from the juries, what makes them feel that I'm a winner?
Thank you so much for your stories about all the other pictures from Bangladesh. It's wonderful to get to know that the photographers community is so close, and we are thankful to you that you shared these other stories of other winners. So the question is to our international jury members about this first place picture, why they love it, and please feel free to share.
Oh, well, I can start. Actually, it was, as you all were able to see, all of them were very, very beautiful, all the photos and all the shots. But this one for me, for example, it did catch my attention because it did get together all the possible details in a photo. For example, the colors, the movement, the timing, especially the timing. I think this was the main criteria for me to choose this one as the first photo in this competition. So I'm very happy that you were able to tell us the story behind this photo, because I think that even that the photo tells lots of things. It's also very important to have the photographer experience behind this capture. So thank you very much, and it's really a really great photo. So congratulations again.
Thank you. Thanks a lot for your explanation. And some of you asked me about the tree name. It's called Indian coral tree. Indian coral tree. Thank you.
Thank you to Hit and Yelena for sharing. And also we have a comment from Margaret in the chat that captured the group moment with all the birds in focus, and there are great colors and each bird of interest. And yeah, I agree.
I want to share my opinion about this picture. I agree also with Elena in the every bird in the picture has something in common, or something we can share about it. And the composition is also great. Well, I can also say the colors are great also, but the composition, because there are two birds in the center part of the picture, and then is one with more movement on one side, and then the plant, the Indian coral, is it to hit? It's also focused, so it's an amazing composition. I think that is the most important part of this picture. So I want to congratulate Mr. Tuhib for this amazing piece of art.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. And I want to tell you the story, what is happening there. The one is, see the expression, they are the one with the wind, his wing, he's very angry because the bird next his leg was like, you know, their couple, there is a female bird, he's the one is down, he was trying to disturb his girlfriend, for example. So he got angry and they are in a fight. And I love the expression. The third one, he was like, you can see that he is in and he's very angry, and he put his leg on his chest and want to, yes, I want to bite you like this. Yeah, thank you, Juris. And I'm really happy, and all Bangladesh is happy. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much for the additional part of the story, what is actually happening on this picture. It's really interesting to know. Yeah, okay, so we actually, after all the presentation of all our top 15, we have a space for our international jury team. You've already shared about a few most of pictures, but if you have something to say, maybe about the contest in general, or how you love the process, or anything you want to share us, please feel free.
There were some wonderful South American photographs, which in the end didn't have enough identification to be able to be, well, for me to consider them really, because I think it's critical that not just the national park be identified, but if you're photographing an animal, it really is vital to identify it. So there were some wonderful photographs, presumably taken by tourists. I've got no idea. I love them, and I couldn't mark them high because the animals weren't identified. And I didn't have enough knowledge to identify them. And no one else identified them anywhere else in the whole thing. So it was really very sad, because there were some splendid photographs actually of some beautiful places, very little known. I mean, I'd never seen them before, and not that that means anything, but and yet I couldn't really consider them of the highest quality, just because their sole qualification was that they were a beautiful photograph, and I didn't think that was sufficient. And I thought that was really, I was quite upset by that actually, because they were splendid. But as you can see, there aren't any Brazilian, yeah, there was one Brazilian photograph there, I think, but there were many South American photographs that I loved. Anyway, that was my great sadness of the competition.
Yes, it's important to know, and we hope that in future the names of the representatives will be added to these photos. And yeah, it's really important to identify them, so we can also add relevant photos to articles about the species. And
and on that score, I've been critical, but I don't know who did it, whether it was the local country juries or what, but I think China, Thailand, there are a whole number of places that had, you know, a sort of a really nice sort of formal way of identifying their parks within the photograph commentary. But there were some photographs that I mean, there was a wonderful photograph, I can't remember, it was from Benin. To find that it was from Benin, I had to Google Earth the photograph's coordinates and focus right in and work out that that was where it was from, and sort of guess the national park. Well, not because, yeah, because Google's not that brilliant. Yeah, it was interesting. But it was very exciting to have to do all of that work to see where you were and what you were looking at, and to try to put photographs into articles. I didn't write any articles to actually insert photographs, but and that was another problem too, because obviously places like Malaysia and Bangladesh don't have, at least in English Wiki, the presence that they probably should have. And so there were fewer places that you could place them. Anyway, it was terrific opportunity, and thanks very much.
Thanks a lot for being part of the jury team, and we also really appreciate your work putting into adding photos to relevant articles and to doing some research, and we hope to improve it in future and work more in this direction. So looking forward to next editions and to improving this. Thank you. Any other maybe any other points from juries to note? I know you have already shared about winners, but if you have some other things to tell us, this is the space. Please feel free.
Well, first of all, I want to thank all the international team and the local organizations. It was a very difficult work, also in the final rounds, because there was a lot of beautiful pictures. So besides all the criteria about, I don't know, composition, execution, creativity, it also seems to be an emotional charge, an emotional part of the work. For me, it was very important to be to see or to think what the viewers can say or even better feel about the pictures. So you can see about for example, the monkey one or the owl sleeping. It has a very emotional charge of these pictures. So and also for an idea, we can do a wiki contest or something like that to be able to put all these pictures, the winners or not the winners, all this success of all these pictures, we can be able to put into Wikipedia articles. So we can do an contest about it. So it's an idea, I think. So thank you and congratulations to all the winners.
Thank you. And it's a great idea, actually. Thank you for that. Maybe Yelena or Nipach has anything to share.
Yes, from my side, from my point of view, it was a really interesting experience, especially that it was my first time involving in Wiki Loves Earth, and also involved in this kind of, well, in landscapes and natural and preserved areas. So it was something new for me. It was a bit challenging, but it was also nice to get to discover all these places and to have a point of view, even if it was not it was from a photographer point of view, not a person that knows everything about all the species and all the landscapes, but was nice, and the coordination was really good. So thanks to you, Anastasia, everything was perfect. All the announcements and all the delays and everything. So everything was very nice from you to let us know and to keep us posted. I'm really glad that from all the photographies and all the places that were in this top, the 50 ones, I can say they were among my favorites, even if they are on different place in the top. And I really liked that all the, if I'm not mistaken, all the 15 photographies were made by 15 different photographers, which means means that they're really, really great photographers or passionate about photography in this world, and they do a really, really great job. So thank you again, and congratulations to all of them, and hope to have the chance to do another well, to contribute to the future organization. Thank you.
Thank you so much for such a great feedback and for a bit of insights on your thoughts on the jury process. And we really also appreciate your work of each of the jury team, each member of the international jury team. And we really loved working with you and hope to cooperate more in future as well. And yeah, we have also comments from our winners, also saying thanks for the jury team, from Hervik, from Tohit. So additional thanks to all of you. And yeah, thanks a lot to Margaret for great feedback for the organization and for the tool. Many thanks to Ilya for the jury tool. Maybe Nipa has anything to share. No, I just checked. He's not here anymore, but he shared with us really nice insights too. So thanks to him. And now we have a space for the local Wiki Loves Earth teams. We have here representatives of some countries, and we'll be really happy to hear from you. How was that to organize Wiki Loves Earth on the local level this year? Maybe you have any feedback on winners, anything you want to share, any ideas for future contests, please feel free. I see, yeah, we have here Geoffrey and Zafer. Do you have anything to share? And Anton from Ukrainian team.
Which of us?
You.
I will start before the Antonies come. Yes, my name is Geoffrey. I'm from Uganda. Yes, I'm really happy to be part of the ceremony, and congratulations to all the winners. Just wanted to say, like, I was happy to see Rwanda and Kenya also contributing to Wiki Loves Earth this year. In Uganda, we started organizing Wiki Loves Earth in 2018, but I also wanted to see other countries around Uganda also participating. So we will continue doing that so that all countries in Africa also organize Wiki Loves Earth, because there is a lot to showcase to the rest of the world in what is available in all the different African countries. So thank you to the organizers, and congratulations to the winners. Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing. Maybe Zafer from Turkish team.
Yes, hi everyone. Congratulations to the winners. It was a good photos, all of them. And thank you also international teams for the support us. We were the organizer the first time this year. We haven't listed before on that Wiki Loves Earth contents. And we collect this year, and then we join to this organizing. It was very good. We were the very amateur for this year, because we couldn't connect or contact with the photo clubs or the photo societies and the other photographers. And most probably the next year we will contribute to the more than this year's, because we have some experience now for this year's. And also I thank too much to our juries. They spent too much time for this more than 3,000 pictures. They selected the tents, the best tents, and it was good. Also, thank you for your supports.
Thank you so much for sharing, Zafer. I think that Turkey did really great this year for the first time, and we really hope to welcome you during the next Wiki Loves Earth editions. And I'm really happy to welcome you to the Wiki Loves Earth family. And you have had really great results and top 10, so great work. And maybe some comments from the Ukrainian team, if you have any.
Okay, Anton here. Anton, the first in line to be speaking. Maybe another Anton from the same team will tell something. And I will tell that this is my first time in participating in organizing Wiki Loves Earth as a team member. Before that, I was only helping as a volunteer, and I have participated in this contest and as a participant for the first time. We have something like 1,000 of natural monuments, and we had several thousand photographs of them, and it's frankly saying was hard to process when I was thinking that, oh, I have to compile a list of 1,000 natural monuments, or I have to look through several thousand of photographs. I have a second thought that I would better change appearance and move to another country. That was a lot of work, but more hard work was done by participants. I can't imagine how it is to sit in some bush, not moving for several hours or even days to take one photograph. And this one photograph is amazing and it's worth it. And not only we have good quality of photographs, I was surprised, positively surprised by that we had a lot of very beautiful photographs. But there is not only quality, there is quantity. We had a lot of photographs, a lot. We broke the record. And I'm happy to inform that now the city of Kyiv is fully covered. Each and every natural monument in Kyiv has a photograph in Wikimedia Commons. Hooray!
That's an amazing result. Thank you so much for sharing.
Maybe I can say a few words, as I am a bit involved in the international organizing, but this year I worked much more on the Ukrainian part of the contest. I was a project manager for the Ukrainian edition of Wiki Loves Earth, and I was amazed by the result. In terms of the pandemic, of the lockdowns, the start of the active part of organizing the contest was in early spring, and we were afraid, both on the international level and on the Ukrainian level, we were afraid that the pandemic, the lockdown, would make it very difficult or impossible for a lot of people to participate, to take photos, to to actively participate in the contest. In Ukraine, we moved our contest dates from traditional May to July, but I was amazed how the final results exceeded our expectations. So as another Anton just said, we broke the record in Ukraine in terms of the number of photos. We broke it by far. We received more than 20,000 photographs from Ukraine this year, and in just a month. And it's amazing how many people decided to join, and how many people decided to share their archives, even if the lockdown made it difficult for lots of people to travel to new places to take new photos. How many people digged in their archives and shared their amazing photographs. So thanks a lot to everyone involved in the contest.
Thank you for sharing. And also, I would love to ask a few words to share from Mykola. He's a part of the international, actually not local, but international Wiki Loves Earth team. I want you also to meet him as a part of our organization team. Maybe you have anything to share.
Yes. Hello, everyone, and I'm glad to be here and to celebrate this awards with you. So I'm Mykola Kotlenko, and I have been on the International Wiki Loves Earth team since the very first edition in 2014. And I'm so happy to see, well, pandemics helped us to make a real award ceremony now, because before we could not put all people from all around the world together in the same room, and now that video conferences and Zoom became the norm, we award ceremony in 2020. So there are some advantages of this pandemic that help us meet virtually as a new normal. That's very great to see people and to be able to talk even virtually, as we cannot meet in person. And I'm so happy that even despite the pandemics, we had a very successful year, that many countries managed to organize the contest. So thank you for all the local organizers who, despite more difficult conditions than usually, invited people, organized national campaigns, organized promotion, that we got the results pretty much in line with our usual years, because every year Wiki Loves Earth helps us get about 100,000 pictures from all over the world. And in addition, it helps us recruit a few thousand new editors. The average figure, as far as I remember, is around 5,000, and we were quite in line this year. Just so that you have an idea, that's one of the biggest inflows of new editors on Commons in general. So Wiki Loves Earth is one of the events that recruits most new users to Commons in like the whole year. You can see a huge peak in May and June for Wiki Loves Earth recruiting new people, and that's your effort. So thank you very much for doing this and for inviting so many new people who would not have joined Commons without your efforts. I would like also to thank all the photographers, because I know that some of you, I have seen that some photos were already taken in 2020. Obviously, it's quite easy to take a picture of nature, which is probably safe enough when it's probably safe enough to travel, and you can make fantastic pictures of areas where there are not so many people, there are not so many tourists, not so many visitors. So probably from this point of view, pandemics is an opportunity for some. Others who had to stay at home and who were not able to travel this year because of the lockdown restrictions, on the other hand, spend time looking through their archives, looking through the photos they made over all these previous years, and probably for the first time had time to stop and look how they can share all the work they have done in previous years. So no matter if you traveled in 2020 or if you looked through your old archives in 2020 and decided to share your pictures with the world, thanks a lot for sharing, and we greatly appreciate, and we are happy to see so many nice pictures with so many interesting stories that are now able to illustrate our Wikipedia articles and be shared by the whole world. Thanks a lot for the jury team. You made a really great work, both as an international jury team and both local juries. I know that it's not very easy to select between pictures which are really excellent, which are really breathtaking, and it's very hard to decide which one is the best. And you made a really great choice this year, so diverse, and there are so many different countries, different points of view, different natural areas, different seasons. That's very great to see the nature of our planet in its diversity and in its different shapes, in different species, and that's a really great. You helped us to make a really great selection of what our volunteers have done and what our volunteers have collected as pictures of the whole world. So thanks a lot for your work, for your hard work. We are really happy to see this result and to be able to share this wonderful selection and share this moment. And thank you, Anastasia, for coordinating all this work over the year. It's very, I think it's appreciated by everyone, and everybody is so happy with how Wiki Loves Earth worked this year. So I think it's probably owing to your efforts in a great part. Thank you. And just to answer one point which was raised by Margaret, I think, that we indeed ask participants to name the species they are taking picture of, especially if they are going to the international stage. It's kind of a requirement. So probably we on the international team side, between the first and the second round, made a filtering that any picture where we cannot identify what the area is, or we cannot identify what the species depicted on this picture are, we try to contact the local team or the person in charge, or the photographer who made this picture. And if they could not explain us what they have pictured, this picture did not make it to the final round. So we are indeed trying to make sure that all participants give the name of the site they are picturing and give the name of the species they depict. We know that not everybody does this, but we try to make sure that no picture where this information is not available does not get to the international final. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Mikola, for sharing. I fully agree with everything you said, and I join your speech for the international jury team and local teams. We really appreciate your work this year, despite all the challenges. And I really thank you for all your feedback about about the organization this year. I also want to thank all the Wiki Loves Earth international team, because it's really because of our great teamwork of the organizing team in cooperation with local teams, in cooperation with juries. So all together we can achieve a lot and even more and more. And maybe also from the international jury team, as we started to share, maybe Ilya has something to say. Do you have any comments or feedback? Okay.
May I speak again if you don't think that I talk so much? So many of us organizers and jurors are one-time Wikimedians with a big baggage of experience, but Anastasia only joined us this year. She probably didn't even know about this contest in the beginning of the year, but in spite of this, she made it great. Congratulations
Thank
to
you.
Anastasia for great work. And I also wanted to say that this competition makes an impact in 3 different fields. First, it's Wikipedian field that we make that more Wikipedia articles gain some illustration. More people can not only read about some natural monument, but also see it. And in many cases, a photograph from Wikimedia Commons is the only photograph of that natural monument in the internet. So we are providing at least some photograph of a natural monument in many cases. The second field is tourism, because we help tourism in our respective countries. Many people say that, oh, I didn't even have an idea that we have such beautiful places. I should probably go there and check it out. And the third is that we also help to preserve nature. Our contest not only interests people into making photographs of protected areas, but also interests them in making something to protect them. And in many cases, when our participants come to protected areas and see that there is something wrong with them, they take actions and try to improve the situation. So that is another impact that we did. And overall, Wiki Loves Earth does a lot of good stuff, and we should keep on doing this.
Thank you so much for sharing the directions of impact. That's really important to know and to be aware about, and it's really among our goals now and in future. And if you have any questions, just leave here our contact details of the international Wiki Loves organizing team. So if you have any ideas or any additional feedback you want to share, or anything you want to bring to the contest, to the next edition, please feel free to write us. And follow us on social media channels on the Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We'll be posting more stories of photos or anything that will be interesting in the International Wiki Loves Earth. Any updates we will post there. Also send on the mailing Wiki Loves Earth mailing list, so you will stay updated how it goes. And thanks everyone once again for joining the award ceremony. That was really great, actually, to see the faces, especially, you know, when you just like communicate via email. It's really different when you can talk and when you can see the person. So I really appreciate in the involvement and the time of each person that attended the event today. Thank you so much. And if you don't mind, I would like also to make a screenshot of all of us, of all of our like picture of the ceremony. If you have an opportunity, you can switch on your camera for just a moment, if you don't mind, and then we can make a kind of a picture. Yeah, just a second. And one more. Yeah, done. Thanks everyone, and have an amazing day ahead. Bye-bye, and happy holidays ahead. Yes, by the way, someone wrote in the chat,